it wouldn't surprise me if Alabama ends up dropping this game, that you start to see a little bit more fire under his seat.
Yep.
And that Michigan job starts to look a little bit more realistic for him.
Boomer Sooner from Ann Arbor all the way to Norman. Let's get back to the football. Let's talk Alabama, Oklahoma here.
I am so jacked that this game is this upcoming Friday. I don't think I was able to actually watch the first meeting because I feel like Ohio State had a game on at the exact same time. So I was watching that over it. It's going to be a great matchup. These two teams played each other earlier in the year. Oklahoma won that game 23-21. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Was that not the first game back for Mateer?
I don't think it was.
It was close though, right?
No, because his first game back
Texas
was Red River.
Yeah, okay.
Where he looked terrible because he clearly wasn't healthy.
Yeah. This game, to me, and I think there's a lot of extra storylines that go with this. We talked about it earlier this episode. I think if DeBoer loses this one, I think the Michigan job starts to be a little bit more enticing. And I don't even know if it's entirely his decision. I think that Alabama fan base is similar to Ohio State. And honestly, I would even throw Michigan in this loop, where their leash is a little bit shorter than most. And a 4-loss season where you lose to Oklahoma twice, you get into the playoffs when a lot of people don't think you should have. You get blown out in the SEC championship, and you had a disappointing season last year as well.
Didn't make the playoffs.
Things are going to start to want to be moved in Alabama. And so it wouldn't surprise me if Alabama ends up dropping this game, that you start to see a little bit more fire under his seat.
Yep.
And that Michigan job starts to look a little bit more realistic for him.
Boomer Sooner from Ann Arbor all the way to Norman.
However, I don't think that happens. I think that this game is one where they get back on track. Both of these teams struggle to run the ball, both near the bottom of the SEC. 116 yards per game for Bama, 123 yards per game for Oklahoma. The last time they played, the score 23-21, but Alabama doubled their total yards. They had 400-something to Oklahoma's 200. What sealed that game for them was they had 3 turnovers.
Yep.
They didn't take care of the ball. They also couldn't run the ball, but neither did Oklahoma. That was the biggest differentiator. Yeah. If those turnovers don't happen, which, I mean, you can't take away, but Alabama to me was clearly the better football team. And so this game feels like it should be a really intriguing matchup because I do think Oklahoma has a really good defense, and I like John Mateer a lot. Ty Simpson's been a baller. He was up there in the Heisman conversation up until that horrible performance in the SEC championship. And so I'm looking at this game, and I've got Alabama winning it.
What's your score?
27-17. I think they clean it up. I don't think either team runs the ball well, but I think it comes down to who do I trust at quarterback more, and I think it's got to be Simpson. And I think they take care of the ball this time around.
Oh, I mean, I don't disagree with anything you said. I mean, Oklahoma's defense is one of the best defenses in the country. And again, as a Michigan guy, it was kind of nice to see as the year went on to go, okay, our inability with our, second game for our true freshman quarterback, our inability to protect him or to move the ball or throw the ball. Okay, maybe that's not awful.
Yeah.
Now and again, obviously Michigan's offense had their own issues this season, but it did make me feel a little bit better to be like, why can't we protect? Because Oklahoma's got one of the best defenses in the country. Yeah. Norman's a tough place to play. I agree with your analysis too. Alabama, I mean, just should have absolutely wiped the floor with Oklahoma. But when you can't take care of the football, you can't take care of the football. And that game was also at home for Alabama. Going on the road is a bit of a different story too. Here's the deal. Everything in me says, look at how Alabama played them the first time around. But I also have not loved the way Alabama has finished off the season. I also think that God and Touchdown Jesus are mad about the Notre Dame snub. I'm going to take Oklahoma.
Okay.
I'm going to take Oklahoma 20-17. Low scoring game. I don't think anybody runs the ball well. This is not rocket science, but I think Alabama turns the ball over and ends up being -2.
Oh, wow.
I think Alabama ends up -2 into the turnover margin, and that's your game. In a 3-point game, that's all it takes.
I think my favorite part of this is honestly my favorite matchup of the weekend because whoever wins this game has to go play in the Rose Bowl against Indiana. Yeah. And I think either of these teams match up very well against Indiana. I would be really excited to watch that matchup. So I don't honestly even care. Alabama losing always feels like a win to me.
Well, yeah, of course.
And I've been high on them this whole season. I feel like I've said numerous times that I still feel like they've got that championship pedigree. I don't know if I feel that way as much now based off what I saw in the SEC championship, but I really like Simpson. I think he's honestly probably my favorite quarterback coming out this year. I just feel so strong that they're going to find a way to get revenge on Oklahoma to pull this out. You're going to get an Alabama-Indiana matchup in the Rose Bowl.
It'd be a good game.
It's going to be just peak.
The Rivalry Podcast is part of the Varsity Network from Learfield and the River Podcast Network from River Radio Ministries.
New episodes out every Monday.
Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you're listening right now, and follow on social media at RivalPod and RivalPod.com.
And if you like what you hear, share with a friend so they can listen too.